Hi friends, welcome to my channel. I am Sonique and today I'm unboxing the Akasha Oracle, Unlock Wisdom from Previous Lives by Emily Nicole, illustrated by Carla, and I can't pronounce that name so I won't even try. There we go. So on the back it says, the Akashic Records, a universal library containing all the memories of humanity, including each soul's individual journey, have been known and explored by many civilizations throughout history. When you access the records, the masters and teachers deliver what you need to know to evolve positively in your current incarnation. This oracle will provide you with keys to obtain precise and dated information on your past lives, help you understand the nature of your personal blocks, discover your life purpose and the potentialities you are called to develop, or even just undertake a more traditional divinatory reading. So we've got some examples here of the cards. So we have 48 cards, a guidebook and 2 divining boards, and this is by Rockpool. So these are the sides. Two-part box with a thumb cut out. And inside of the box it says, imagine a space filled with knowledge, a field of energy in which flows all that exists and all that will ever exist. So here's the guidebook, and it is 120 pages. This is the illustrator. And the author. Okay, so let's have a little look at inside. Oh, this is beautiful. I know these images are going to be gorgeous. So this is 2025 Rockpool Publishing. We've got an introduction, how to use the cards, some spreads, and then the cards themselves. And there are 48 cards, then about the author and the illustrator. Beautiful. Okay. So here's the introduction. We've got a full image there of one of the cards. 1, 2, 2.5 pages of introduction. Then we on how to use the cards. Using ritual, a prayer, a light in the way. Becoming the lead actor in your life. We've got divining boards. It said that on the back of the box, didn't it? So each of the 48 cards in this deck is illustrated with a plant representing the card's message and has been interpreted through channeling with the masters and teachers. These interpretations are a baseline, a starting point. It's up to you to create your own interpretation based on your intuition. So there are 4 categories with the 48 cards. So we have personalities. There's some examples of that. So card 15 is open-heartedness. We've got letting go, card 8. Blocking points, such as the Savior Complex card, which is 14. We have card 10 as the imposter in your present life. These elements have been placed on your life path and you will have to work with them over the course of your incarnation. They have a karmic quality. Then we've got variables, so elements that present you on the fluctuating path of life, such as battle, card 9, undertaking, card 13. These variables challenge you, bring movement into your life, and generate actions that need to be carried out in order to overcome a situation, or make the best progress you possibly can. Then we've got areas in your life that have to do with the reading, such as professional, which is card 12, or family, which is card 26. And then we have the inner states that shed light on your essence. Okay, so they're not in order of the categories. They are scattered throughout the deck. So the illustrations depict each card's core theme and include a plant that embodies a message in connection with the card's meaning. The illustrations are an integral part of the reading and are there to elevate your intuition. So we have the 2 divining boards, which you will work with a pendulum. The first board will allow you to work on the era and geographic location of a past life, while the second will enable you to date a past situation or event. So we don't have a pendulum in the box. How to use the pendulum. And yeah, okay, so it's all about the pendulum and the cards, divining boards. So then we have some spreads. Got a 13 card spread, a 5 card or cross spread, a 7 card spread, a 9 card spread, a personal analysis spread, past lives spread. And then we're into the cards themselves. So we have the name of the card, the name of the plant, and then a paragraph, and then about that plant all the way through. So let's look at the cards. This is the back. Lovely. Quite large. They are, in comparison to a tarot deck, pretty much an oracle, normal oracle size, I'd say. Very substantial, not too cardboardy actually, quite nice. Oh, actually that is what we have here. These are these divining boards. Okay, so how does this work? Place and era, so if you're a man or a woman, okay, which part of the world and when. So we've got prehistory, antiquity, Middle Ages, modern era, contemporary times. What do we have here? Oh, look, date. Okay, so we can date it here. So before common era or common era. We've got a unit, a decade. We've got months and presumably the date of the month. So the 7th of March or the 6th of March. Okay, so that's how you use those. So we've got nice gold edges. And then here we have with the illustrations. Lots of lovely white space here. So this is Karma and Camellia, and we have a key here. So I guess what we do in this life is based on karma from a past life, and the next life we have the opportunity to address that. Okay, yin energy and hibiscus. Oh, look at this. They go together, don't they? Yin and yang. Arum, so we've got Lily. Look nice together, don't they? Grounding, older, and we are the tree. Look at this. It's like this is the... Oh, this is good. Aha. Okay, so we've got the roots coming down from our feet, and we've got the branches coming out from the hands and the head. That older tree. I like that. Heightened feelings. These are quite strong cards, aren't they? We have the red rose in a whirlpool of emotion there. Association. Straw flower. Clasping hands. Subtle realm. Lotus. So we have an angel. These look like they're done with pencil and coloured pencils. Absolutely beautiful. Letting go and oak, which is quite relevant, isn't it? Being in the winter season and the holly king given over to the oak king. These buildings, though, they look like they're falling apart. And oak is a very strong tree. Ponytail palm for battle. So we have a huntress, bow and arrows. Imposter and sunflower. So how does a sunflower relate to the imposter energy? With this card, you may be an imposter or the victim of an imposter, depending on the rest of the spread. The word imposter evokes an attitude that does not reflect reality. According to this card, you or your aggressor do not feel as though you are in your rightful place. You feel inferior and that you have to do more than necessary to justify your presence. In a negative reading, this card will indicate someone who is not what they say they are. And the sunflower symbolises deceptive appearances. Doesn't say why. So further investigation required, I think, on that. Home is the linden tree, and we've got a tree house. Nice. Lily of the Valley is professional, so that was one of those cards that were indicated in the guidebook as being areas in your life that have to do with the reading. Undertaking, daffodil, very protective energy there. Saviour complex, honeysuckle. So this is a potentiality. Open-heartedness, which again is a potentiality. And this is rose campion. Taking stock, Bryanthus. Looking back on a happy time there. Overcoming fears, time. Gosh, that's a leap, isn't it? Wild chicory for dependency. There's some very strong images in this card. It's not going to pull any punches, is it, this deck? Sorry, this card, this deck. It really isn't going to pull any punches, I don't think. Self-confidence and balance in here. And this is lemon tree. Oh, loss. That's a difficult one, isn't it? We've got lilac. Success. White camellia. Betrayal. Mountain laurel. Perseverance. Anemone. Looks so small in those waves. Injustice. Coneflower. And those scales really have tipped, haven't they? No balance there. We have love and jasmine. That's a lovely image. I love these pops of colour, you know, in this black and white. It's mainly black and white, but we've just got these accents of colour which are really nice. So we've got verbena for family. Just looking over the family there, this angel protecting them. Abundance. Horseshoe. Horseshoes always remind me of Mum. We always had to have horseshoes in the house, above the doors. Anyway, this is dahlia. Health, and we have camphor tree. Movements, cockspur coral tree. And that is the image from the back of the cards. Abandonment and the weeping willow. I think they're beautiful trees, weeping willows. Judgment, the chestnut tree. Balance, olive tree. Network, ivy. And that's from the front of the box. Rejection, yellow carnation. Turning that back. Woof. Difficulties, and spring rustharo. Definitely made a barrier there. Cypress tree for sticks. Ooh, river Styx. Everlasting flower for resilience. This reminds me of those vases that when they're broken, they're actually fixed with gold, put together, back together with gold. Synchronicity, blue iris. These cards here at the bottom. We have the yucca for passage. Self-realization, dragon arum. Lies. Viper's plus. Yeah, I must admit some of these I have no idea what these plants are. Purple hyacinth for forgiveness. Oh, hands over the heart there. Guilt, asphodel. Circle, red and white roses. This is a strange image. It looks, there's an eye there. It looks like they're being taken against the will there. Earning happiness, perennial cornflower. Can you hear those birds outside? Maybe you can, maybe you can't. Anyway, taking responsibility. That's a lot of responsibility on their head. This is white iris. And we have doubt, so we're in two minds here. And this is cyclamen. All this mind fuzz. Benevolence, the tree anemone. Oh, beautiful. I'm going to pull a couple of cards just to see how the guidebook reads, but don't take this as a reading. This is a very important area of focus, not to be taken lightly. Just as an example of how the guidebook reads. It's quite interesting to hear that bird outside, and there's a bird here. What do we have? Abandonment, weeping willow, and then movement. And we've actually got that bird. So let's have a look at the guidebook anyway. 30. Feelings of abandonment are often related to a real or misunderstood event during childhood or later. It may also point back to trauma inherited from a previous existence. Those feelings provoke an irrational fear of insecurity and prevent you from acting freely. Depending on the rest of the spread or the question asked, you will be able to determine whether this fear has its roots in your current life or a previous incarnation, and whether it still impacts you. On another level, in combination with the home card, so card 11, if you pulled that with it, this card may indicate a fear of losing your home or that you have effectively lost it. In association with the self-realization card, which will be card 40, the abandonment card suggests that you have probably given up on prioritizing yourself. So these cards do actually work in conjunction with each other. That's cool. And it says the weeping willow symbolizes desertion and melancholy. And then movements, cockspur coral tree. The movement card evokes travel, a work transfer, or change on a personal development level. It encourages you to initiate movement in order to take the leading role in your life. In combination with the Sticks card, card 36, this card invites you to review your position, move out of your comfort zone, or shift your boundaries. And then it says the cockspur coral tree symbolises an invitation to travel. Okay, so that's a taste of the guidebook. If I was reading these two together, I would say we have the ability to rise above this situation. But as I said, it's not a reading. It's just an indication of how the book is written. So, that was the Akasha Oracle. Thank you so much for watching, and until my next video. Bye friends, bye.